Hi lovely humans, welcome back to my library. I am your hostess with the mostest, Kate, and in today's video we are talking my very ambitious, don't know if it's achievable but gonna give it a good try, TBR, for the month of October. If you hear any commotion in the background, my beautiful husband is cleaning the barbecue because it is actually spring here. It is not autumn in the southern hemisphere. It's spring. Doesn't feel like it. Today is cold and overcast, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Do you like my frequent flyer cup? You can see that I've got lipstick on this side. But if you look on this side, there's a little witch. Isn't it cute? She's adorable. Anyway, grab yourself a beverage of choice. I have a green elixir today to keep my skin useful, which isn't really working because I have pimples everywhere, but we're just, whatever. It's actually lime cordial or lemon soda or something. It's a soda stream cordial. It reminds me of green fizzes. I'm living my best life, so yeah. Anyway, it is the 5th of October here. I'll put that back up there. It's the 5th of October, and I thought, what better time to bring out an October TBR than 5 days into it? I was planning to film this video sooner, but, you know, life got in the way, and filming a TBR is hard, people. It's so hard. Just because of the amount of talking you have to do and then editing and whatever. Anyway, enough rambling and woe is me in the first world problems. We're going to go through the books that I want to read / have read already for this spooky month of October. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 11 books, but I'm currently on holidays. Yay, I'm 1 week in. I've already read 2 books this month. Whoop, whoop. I'm hoping that I can power through now that I have found a great routine to get things done as well as read. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, enough rambling. We're going to go through the books. Some of them are spooky. Some of them are witchy. 90% of them witchy. A little bit of vampire in there. And a little bit of coziness as well. So, yes. Anyway, let's do this. The first book I want to read / have read is Avery Flynn's What You Gonna Do. Look at this cover. Is that not adorable? Honestly, if you like the X-Hex or Go Hex Yourself, you are going to love this book. The spice is divine. It is very much on more of the spicy adult side, so if you're a YA reader, don't read this. But very cute on how it works out. So you've got the 2 main characters are Gil and what's her name? Matilda or Tilly. So Gil's this guy here. And this is Tilly. Tilly is an entree. Entree? Outre? Outre? I think it is not an entree. Oh my god, is she a dish? Well, she is a bit of a dish. But anyway, she's an outre, which means that she has no magic. She is what they call in the Harry Potter universe a squib. But we find out as we go, not everything is as it seems. She constantly gets set up with Gil, this guy who's apparently her arch nemesis. Constantly on dates by her godmother, who's meant to be this great fortune-telling witch, and constantly sets her up with him. But is she doing it on purpose, or is there an actual reason behind it? You will have to watch my recent reading vlog to find out my thoughts and opinions of this, but if I was to just say, I really enjoyed it, and I should have read it sooner. But that's book 1. I did get this one on Amazon. It is super duper floppy, if you're worried about how floppy it is. There's meant to be a second book, but I don't know when that's coming out. So if you're worried, worry. Just worry. Okay, the next book is book 2 in a series. So book 1 is The Pumpkin Spice Cafe. I will leave a picture up here for you. I recently read that and did a whole reading vlog of that as well. And I tabbed it and absolutely loved it. If you like Gilmore Girls slash like You've Got Mail, you will love that one. This is the second book in the series. So this is the Cinnamon Bun Book Cafe. All it takes is a little bit of sugar and spice. This is by Laurie Gilmore. So this is the second book. There's a third one coming out called The Christmas Tree Farm. It says, when a secret message turns up hidden in a book in the Cinnamon Bun Book Cafe, Hazel cannot understand it. As more secret codes appear between the pages, she decides to follow the trail of clues. She just needs someone to help her out. Gorgeous and outgoing fisherman Noah is always up for an adventure, and a scavenger hunt sounds like a lot of fun. Even better, that the cute bookseller he's crushing on for months is the one that wants his help. Hazel didn't go looking for romance, but as the treasure hunt leads her and Noah around Dreamham, that's where they are, their undeniable chemistry might be just as hot as the fresh out of the oven cinnamon buns the bookstore sells. I've raved on about this book so much, and I will continuously rave on about this book, especially the fact it has a spice meter on the back. Like, perfection. I'm so excited to read this. There is a cat. It's a bookstore. It has cinnamon buns. I'm going to have to make my husband make some. Actually, that's an idea. And it also has a playlist in the front. Very cute. It is on Spotify, so you can listen to it. That is the next book I want to read on my TBR. Okay, let's look at book number 3. So book number 3 I got last year, I believe, in a haul. So this is an independently published one. It says The Modern Girl's Guide to Magic by Lindsay Hall. It is super cute, and I thought the cover was just adorable. And look at that back, just so cute. The synopsis reads, so here's the deal. I'm a magical disaster. A witch from a family of witches, the only one whose magic blows up in her face, which is why I came up with my rules. 1. Never get involved with magic. 2. If you must, make sure it's not in a competition to win the biggest magical fortune in England. 3. Definitely don't fall for Callahan Hawthorne, the sexy billionaire mage who you've hated for years. So how the heck did I end up in a situation that promises to break all those rules? It was the only way to help save Seaside Spells, my family's magical potion shop. But it's cool. When I go back home to Charming Cove, a village of ancient pubs and foul-mouthed familiars, I will totally ignore which weekly's sexiest man of the year. I'll win the competition, and if I'm lucky, I won't turn myself into a toad in the process. This is so cute. It screams the X-Hex. 100% screams the X-Hex to me. Super cute, nice size writing, because sometimes that can be a bit of a pain independently published. This is 344 pages long. Now, I haven't actually seen anything on Goodreads about it or anything, but sometimes when I read ones on Goodreads, I get disheartened from them, and then later on I read the book and I'm like, why was I listening to some random person about this? Yes, the Goodreads score is great, but I don't rate my books off that as much. Like, sometimes the ones that are like 1 star, I'm like, yes, I'm going into that knowing that's probably not going to be the best, but I still had a good time. I have many books where that has happened, but this is next on my TBR. Okay. The following one is one I recently picked up from Dimmicks, and it's Playing the Witch card. This is by KJ Del Antonia. This person's written, it is utterly charming. This is a properly published one a traditionally published one. This drew me in mainly because I just thought the cover was cute, and then I saw it was a witchy book, and then I read the synopsis, and I was like, yes. So it says, when Fair Hardwick returns to the tiny town of Rattleborough to take over her grandmother's beloved bakery, she believes she's prepared for anything. All she needs is her daughter Lucy and to get as far away from a cheating ex-husband as physically possible. But sweet treats weren't the only thing her grandmother was known for in Rattleborough. And as determined as Fleur is to avoid it, a misbehaving deck of tarot card-shaped cookies soon draws her back into the web of family maggots she's fought so hard to escape. Even worse, her first love is in town. Fair hasn't spoken to Jude Oakes, now a famous chocolatier, since he broke her heart at 17. When Fleur finds her accidentally summoning Lucy's dad to Ranbro under a curse she can't break, the recipe for Halloween chaos seems to be complete. But not everything in Rattleborough is as it seems. As Flair's family is threatened, she is forced to put aside everything she thinks she knows about love, witchcraft, and motherhood, and herself, because Flair might think she's done with magic, but magic certainly isn't done with Flair. I thought that this very much gave me more of a mature book. I don't know if that makes sense, but you know, she's got an ex-husband, she's got a daughter, she's going back to her hometown. So it's not just, you know, she's randomly broke up with her husband. She actually has a daughter, so she has responsibilities. I like that a little bit more now that I'm getting older. And I like the dynamic that presents as well, like the older protagonist coming through. And I like the idea of magic bringing people together and the idea of a curse, because I've discovered I like mysteries. Like, who am I? I love witchy mysteries. Anyway, this is next on my TBR. It is a shorter one. There is discussion guides in the back. Oh my God. And questions. What is this? It is 318 pages long, so not really that long. Pretty short of a read. I'm quite happy with that, because sometimes I don't want to read the hefty ones, which are at the bottom of the pile. But it's nice to break up the big chunky fantasy or romanticy ones that I'm looking at on my shelf over there with these ones. So wins win. Okay. When did I buy this? I don't know when I bought this. Did I buy this from Dimmicks? I think I did. Anyway, this is the next book. I pick up so many witchy books. Anyway, this is Witches Get Stuff Done. She's got The Magic Touch by Molly Harper. This is published by Source Books Casablanca. I believe I got it from Dimmicks. Wouldn't surprise me if I did. It says, even witches can fall under love's spell. From the moment Riley Everett set foot in Starfell Point, magic bubbled inside her. But with only her late aunt's journals and the catastrophe... What? Oh, I think I remember this one because I couldn't read this name. Contentious? Sure. And a contentious live in... really? A contentious live-in ghost butler to instruct her on all things witchy, including her newly inherited Victorian haunted house. Riley seeks out a coven of sisterhood and support. The last person she expects to be drawn to is the town's frustrating yet ridiculously attractive head librarian. I remember why I picked this now. Edison Held knows almost everything there is to know about Starfall Point, but Shadow House was always off limit thanks to its elusive owner. If he can convince the new owner, Riley, to let him take a peek inside, there's so much he could learn. But as he gets closer to Riley, he's fascinated by her dazzling wit and fiery spirit. Edison will do whatever he can do to help Riley keep her family legacy alive, especially if it means spending more time with a captivating new witch in town. Isn't that cute? Oh my god, yes. Oh my god, yes. Oh. I want to read them all now. This is the problem. How many pages is this one? 298. Like, maybe I should order them and like how many pages they have. But this is cute, amazing, giving me practical magic and charms vibed. Loving the librarian aspect. Yes, just yes. Look, he's even got a waistcoat. I wonder if I can convince my husband to wear a waistcoat. Hey, Bob. Yeah. You want to wear a waistcoat? Oh, damn. He said not particularly. One day. He did for the wedding. That's enough. Okay. Breaking up the witchy books with a vampire and werewolf book. This is book 3 in the series. The first book is... What is it? I can't remember. Oh, it's on the back. A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon. The second book is A Demon's Guide to Wooing a Witch. And this is the third one, which is a Werewolf's Guide to Seducing a Vampire. This is by Sarah Howley. This is just gorgeous. It has been blurred by Ali Hazelwood, so you know, perfection. This is following Ben Rosewood, who we've come across throughout the other books, and he really became more prominent in the last one, obviously hinting towards this. And Eleanor Buttercourt, I can't pronounce that, which is a rare breed of vampire succubus. So Ben is a werewolf. She's a succubus. I think they meet in a tavern. Let's read the Ali Hazelwood blurb first. Whimsically sexy, charmingly romantic, and magically hilarious. I don't even need to read the blurb. I'm good. Yeah. Anyway, for you, I'll read it. Just for you. Werewolf Ben Rosewood is happy with his life. 100%. Everything's fine. His business is thriving. His anxiety disorder is, well, it's been better. As for his romance, who has time for that? But after drunkenly bidding on and winning a supposedly possessed crystal online one night, he finds himself face to face with a beautiful, angry vampire. Eleanor BD, because I can't pronounce her name, is a rare breed of vampire succubus. Thanks to an evil witch, she's been stuck in a crystal, forced to obey the possessor of the rock. Eleanor's been dreaming of breaking the spell and severing the witch's head for centuries. So why did the witch sell her to someone new? Eleanor would claw this werewolf's heart out and eat it if only the binding spell would allow her to. But Eleanor and Ben soon realized they could help each other with both revengeful and less hostile needs. But why not have a little fun along the way? I love how it always gets spicy at the end. You're like, oh yeah, we'll help each other. And then we fall in love and we help each other. Obviously, another adult book. This one's a little bit bigger than the others. This is... Oh, Servant of the Earth. That's a fun extract. That's acknowledgements. 409 pages long, so pretty good. I do enjoy reading these ones through Audible or through Spotify, wherever they're available, because they normally have a dual narrator that does both the female and the male roles, and I love it. But look at these two. Talk about opposites attract. But I always love her dynamic, and her plots are well structured. They leave me going, oh no, on my drive home from work. But also, I find the characters a lot relatable. So Ben having anxiety. I'm a person who also has anxiety, so I can relate to that. But I also find the females are more realistic. So sometimes when I'm reading romance novels, the females are not realistic at all. And you're like, what are you doing? These ones, I find them a lot more relatable. They come with a big past, and they're not just flat characters. I find they're a lot more round characters. So if you want to start a series, I would definitely start with A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon, and then go to A Demon's Guide to Wooing a Witch, and then move on to this one, because I am. another one that is a book 2. So book 1 is, what is it? Hex Appeal. This is book 2. So book 2 is Hex in the City. Something Wicked This Way Comes, by Kate Johnson. I love Kate Johnson's writing. I particularly loved her Impossible Things, which is a romanticy book. Very dark, just FY, very dark. But amazing. But this is book 2. Very cute. It says one more chapter. I'm not sure if that's the company, but here's the things on the back. Something you should know about Poppy. 1, she's a witch. 2, she has magical hair. 3, she lives with Iris, the head of the coven, in a beautiful ransacked house next to Highgate Cemetery. 3, she works at a magic shop in Covent Garden, but no real magic, as that would be highly irresponsible. Then Poppy accidentally sells gorgeous celebrity Axel Storm, all 6'4" of him, a cursed pendant. As all hell breaks loose, will sparks fly in and out of the cauldron. It is just so cute. I don't know about the guy on the front. He looks a little bit creepy. I think it's the beard, but if you can see, the artwork of these books is always so cute. The first book has a bit of a time jump, so they go back to the Salem era and they nearly get killed as a witch. There's a mystery house. There's a girl who, you know, she's like shy but also not shy, and she's like, oh, why don't people like me? She wears a lot of overalls. Perfection. There's a hidden house. There's a ghost. There's a mystery they have to solve. Cursed landlord. I'm there. This one I hope is just as good. Sometimes they are a little bit hard to get into, but I'm excited. On the back, it's also got some of the other authors from... Oh, it's like a thank you. Anyway, how many pages? Is that it? Yep. Okay, 368 pages, so not too bad. The text is a little bit bigger. Not bigger. About average size. A lot of the time you can find these on Spotify or Audible. I'm not 100% sure. I did buy this in my local Dimmicks. I will leave the links down below for all the books, actually, that I can get the links for you. But I'm excited to see how this one turns out. There's 2 cats on the covers. There is a taxi. It's set in England. This one I'm not as keen for, but we'll see what happens. The first one I was a little bit iffy about to begin with, but then when I actually got into it, I absolutely enjoyed it. So I hope this one is just the same. Okay, next, which was one that I saw last year and I bought last year and I never got around to reading it, so I'm hoping that I will this year. It says The Unfortunate Side Effects of Heartbreak and Magic by Brianna Randall. If you can see that teacup, it is just gorgeous. On the top it tells you, for fans of practical magic, Gilmore Girls, and The Unfortunate Side Effects of Heartbreak and Magic is a debut novel that explores the shields we build around our hearts to retain our own magic. Sadie Revler, has always believed that the curse of 4 heartbreaks that accompanies her magic would be worth the price. But when her grandmother is diagnosed with cancer with only weeks to live and her first heartbreak, Jake McNeely, returns to town after a decade, her carefully structured life begins to unravel. As her feelings for Jake begin to rekindle and her grandmother grows sicker by the day, Sadie faces the last of her heartbreaks and she has to decide, is love more important than magic? I don't know if I can read this one now. I don't like the idea of cancer. It's a soft spot for me. Well, it's a touchy spot altogether, but I might give it a go. We'll see what happens. It's probably why I put it off. It is 312 pages long, so it's not too bad. I might actually break what I said earlier and I might read some reviews online to see if it's worth it. Just in case it's like too triggery with the cancer thing, but I like the idea it's a mix of practical magic and Gilmore Girls, so Who knows? We'll give it a go. We will give it a go. Sometimes you've got to put books on your TBR that challenge you, and I think this would be one of them. Okay, the next book is neither witchy nor vampire-y, but villainous. And that is the second book in, I don't know if it has a series name. Does it have a series name? You don't? Okay, the first book was Assistant to the Villain. This is Apprentice to the Villain. So this is book number 2. It is super cute. On the back. This is by Hannah Nicole Mahara. I don't know how to say that. But I love it. I loved the first one. It was completely laugh out loud. There was, on a spice level, probably half a chili. There was like scenes where they would get close to each other, but no spice would happen. And I hope spice happens in this one. It better. So this is following Eve. Yeah, Eve Sage and the villain. So the villain is meant to be like a super creepy guy that collects cursed and enchanted objects and holds them in his castle keep. He's meant to be very villainous. But from what we've seen so far, he's kind of a softie, but mainly the sage. There is a talking frog with a crown. That's where he's got up here. And there's a dragon. There's obviously a unicorn, but there's lots of things. And I'm excited to see what happens in this one. I won't read the back because I don't want to give you too many spoilers because this one is a continuation of the series. The others have been like different people within the same world. This is a continuation of the series. But if you want to read the first one, I will leave the link down below for you as well as for the second. Perfection. Perfection. Okay. 3 more books to go. The next book I want to read is new to my shelves, and this is the Waterstone edition. It's The Bell Witches by Lindsay Kellick, I think it is. This is the signed edition. It's also got beautiful sprayed edges. And it says, you'll want to be one until you know their secret. There is always a before and an after. Before Bell House, before I fell in love, after I took a life. Woo! Inside says, there's no bond greater than magic. After Emily's father tragically dies, she's forced to live with the only family she has left, an aunt and grandmother in the heart of Savannah, Georgia, in a house as beautiful as it is mysterious. But all is not what it seems with the Bell family. They're hiding a magical secret. When Emily meets the alluring Wayne? W-Y-N? Sure. She forms a connection that feels like it's always meant to be. As the spark between them grows more powerful, her life takes an exhilarating and terrifying turn. But every step closer to him takes her a step further away from her family. Emily will soon find out that blood is always thicker than water. Ooh, sounds a little creepy. Especially all the death moths. Like, I realize that they're actual death moths. Yes. This is signed by the author as well. I thought that this would be more of the spooky edge for me. Yes, it's still got romance in there, but I think the family mystery aspect might be a little bit more intriguing than just my romance witchy books. But still got romance in it, so yeah. Okay, the last 2 are actually my book club picks for the month of October. Now, we ended up choosing 2 because one poll really wanted one lot and another poll that I posted in another section really wanted another, so we ended up doing both. I said to the group they didn't have to read both, but I'd be talking about both, so I am going to read both. So the first book that was picked mainly by you guys on YouTube is My Roommate is a Vampire. This is by Jenna Levine, I believe it is. It came out last year. There is a second one that has recently come out, so if I really like it, I'll be reading it as well. It says, will it be love at first sight? Crossed out, bite, question mark. But look at this cover. So cute. Cassie Greenberg needs a new place to live, and fast. When she finds an affordable apartment in a beautiful neighborhood, she knows there must be a catch. Of course, her new roommate, Frederick J. Fitzwilliam, is far from normal. He sleeps all day, is out all night on business, and talks like he's walking out of a Regency romance novel. He also leaves Cassie heartwarming notes around the apartment, always asking about her day, and doesn't look half bad shirtless on the rare occasion they're both home and awake. But there's no denying there's a spark between them, but there's also a secret. With true love at stake, will Frederick come clean? I like that steak. Get it? Anyway, this is a shorter one as well. 337 pages, very cute. I am probably going to tab this with some key moments that I really enjoyed, but that is book club pick number 1. And the last book that I really want to read, and that's on my book club pick, is Rewitched. This is by Lucy Jane Wood. This is the Waterstones edition. Can you just take a moment to appreciate this spectacularness that is this book? I want to live in this book. This gives me a very secret society of irregular witches vibes, but anyway, it's time to rediscover her magic. Cute. Let's read the inside. Belle's powers weren't completely dominant. They were just a little sleepy. Belladonna Blackthorn hasn't lost her magical spark, but hasn't seen it in a while either. Balancing work at her beloved London bookshop, Luna Books, with handling her toxic boss and concealing her witchcraft from those around her, Bella is burnt out. Perfecting the potential of her magic is the last thing on her mind. But with her 30th birthday comes a summoning from her coven, a trial that tests her worthiness as a witch. Bella risks losing her magic forever. With only months to fix things and a suspicion that dark forces may be working against her, Bella will need all the help she can get from the women in her life, from an unlikely mentor figure, and even from an infuriating coven watchman who's sworn to protect her. With found family, a dash of romance, and an uplifting message about self-love, Rewitched is a cozy autumnal fantasy that will leave readers spellbound. Yes. I kind of want to read this one now. This is the problem. I have too many books to read and not enough time. It really is a problem, people. It really is a problem. Okay, lovely people, we have come to the end of the video. I have showed you all the books that I want to read for the spooky month of October. Let me know in the comments down below what you plan to read. If you've read any of these books that I've talked about, or if you want to read any of these books, let me know. If you want to join my book club as well, I will leave the Discord link down below so you can join us. We are meeting up at the end of October for a live stream to talk about the books. Other than that though, I hope you have enjoyed your visit to my library today and that you take something away either magical or inspiring. Other than that, I hope you have a wonderful afternoon, morning or night, whether you are. You keep on reading, you keep the magic alive, and I'll see you next time you fly into my library. Bye! I really need to move this chair over a little bit more. There's Ghosty. I do have another pillow behind me. Ugh. There we go. Oh, that's better. That's better. Anyway, let's talk about the books. Oh, there's one over there too. 1 second. I've got them everywhere. Okay, 12 books. 12. I'm gonna have to pause this and come back because they're just gonna bark the entire time. So let's pause it. Okay, another one that is a book. Seriously? What book am I going to read first? I kind of want to read The Pumpkin Spice Cafe, but I also want to read Bewitched. There's too many. There's too many, and now I've knocked them over. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Get some more drink, that's what I'm going to do. What are you still doing here? Bye! Get out of here! Gee!